Hi everyone. I'm Z from Susan's family. Today I'd like to introduce to you the Botanical Sensations series, Flower and Leaf. This mini strap comes in 4 sizes. Among them, there are 3 sizes for children. You can choose to crochet either a long or short version, regardless of the size or style. The crocheting method is the same, only the stitch count and round count will vary. The strap consists of the body motif, the upper part, and the lower part. First, complete the crocheting and joining of the body motifs. Then crochet on both the top and bottom sides. Let's first learn the crocheting method for the body motif. For different sizes, the total number of rounds for the motifs, and the number of motifs in each round will vary. Each motif begins with a magic ring. Work along the magic ring loop, crocheting in rounds counterclockwise. Normally crochet the first motif of the first round, starting from the second motif. You need to work and join simultaneously for the last round. A variety of stitch techniques are used, all of which are marked on the chart. I won't list them all here. Please watch as I demonstrate the specific crocheting method. Start with the first motif of the first round. Before you begin crocheting, learn the proper posture for crocheting. For convenience in watching, I'll use a different color of thick cotton yarn for the demonstration. For specific yarn, color scheme, and hook size, please refer to the detail page of our product and the paper instruction. First, we'll start with an adjustable magic ring. Pick up the yarn with your right hand. Wrap it twice around your left index finger. Now there are 3 strands on your index finger. Use your thumb and index finger of your right hand to pinch where the loops overlap. Take it out. Then wrap the yarn once around your left little finger. And pass it through between your middle finger and index finger. Transfer the loop to between your left thumb and middle finger. Pick up the crochet hook with your right hand. Insert it into the loop. Position the hook to the left of the yarn. Yarn over. Draw the yarn through. Now there is 1 loop on the hook. Continue with 1 chain stitch to secure. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through. 1 chain stitch is done. Note, the loop on the hook shouldn't be too tight, or it will be difficult to crochet later. Like this, the magic ring is completed. Start the first round. Refer to the chart. First, make 3 chain stitches. Yarn over. Draw the yarn through. This is the first stitch. Two stitches. Three stitches. These 3 stitches count as 1 double crochet. Next, work a double crochet. Yarn over once. Insert into the large gap. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over. Draw the yarn through the first 2 loops on the hook. There are 2 loops left. Yarn over again. Pull through all loops at once. This way, a double crochet is completed. There are 2 strands of yarn in a V shape above the right side of the double crochet. That's the stitch of this double crochet. 1 stitch represents 1 count. Continue with another double crochet. Yarn over once. Insert into the large gap. Draw the yarn through. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over on after another. Pull the yarn through the first 2 loops. Repeat this twice. 1, 2. Another double crochet is done. Count in the turning chain for the double crochet. That makes 3 double crochets here. Next, connect with a chain stitch. Continue working 3 double crochets in the same large gap. One, 2, 3. When that's done, chain 1 to connect. For convenience in explaining, we'll treat the 3 double crochets and 1 chain stitch as one group. You can see that, including the beginning chain, that makes 2 groups done here. For the rest of this round, you need to work 4 more groups. Follow this pattern to complete this round. When there are more stitches, you can move the completed part to the right side a bit. And continue crocheting. After you're done, you need to close the magic ring. First, stretch the loop to prevent it from slipping. Move the crocheted part to the right a little. Pay attention, don't pinch the inner loop. You can see that there are 2 loops here. Start by gently pulling the starting tail. At this point, 1 loop is still active. Tighten this active loop. There's 1 loop left. Pull the yarn tail tight directly. This way, the loop is closed properly. Next, above the starting chain, which is the top chain stitch, pick up 2 strands. Join with a slip stitch. Insert the hook. Yarn over. And draw through all loops on the hook in once. Slip stitch completed. This V shape Is the braid formed by the slip stitch? Note that this slip stitch doesn't count as one stitch. Tighten. Otherwise, it's easy to crochet too many stitches later. Everyone, take a look. This is what the motif looks like after completing the first round. We will use the side with the clearer texture as the right side. The other side is the wrong side. You can see that underneath the stitches on the wrong side, there are horizontal bars like these. Let's move on to round 2. When crocheting each round of the motif, the right side should always face you. Refer to the chart. Start with 3 chain stitches. These 3 chains count as 1 double crochet. They correspond to the turning chain below. Next, in the same insertion point as the slip stitch, work 1 double crochet. Place the beginning tail of the yarn above the crochet hook. Hide it as you go. Add the turning chain. This counts as a special double crochet increase. Next, in the adjacent double crochet stitch on the left side, work 1 double crochet. Note that the double crochet stitch adjacent to the left side of the turning chain might pucker a little. Make sure not to miss it. Don't forget to weave in the yarn tail. After completing, on the adjacent stitch to the left, work a double crochet increase. That is, in this stitch, work 2 double crochets at the same time. One, 2. Double crochet increase completed, then chain 2 for connection. Then skip the chains underneath. On the adjacent double crochet stitch to the left, work a double crochet increase. That is, in this stitch, work 2 double crochets at the same time. After completing, on the adjacent stitch to the left, work 1 double crochet. Continue on the adjacent stitch to the left. Work a double crochet increase. After completing, chain 2. For the rest of this round, every time you encounter a group of 3 double crochets, work a double crochet increase in the stitches on both sides, 1 on each side. In the middle stitch, work 1 double crochet. After completing each set, chain 2. Follow this pattern to complete the entire round. After completing the final double crochet increase, don't forget to chain 2. Then, at the top of the starting chain, which is this double crochet stitch, pick up 2 strands from the adjacent chain on the right side, and work 1 slip stitch to join. Insert your hook, yarn over, and draw through all the loops on your hook. The joining slip stitch doesn't count as 1 stitch. Tighten it. If there's any excess yarn tail from the starting chain, you can cut it directly. That's it. The second round is now complete. Continue with the third round. Refer to the pattern. Start by making 3 chain stitches. Then work from the adjacent double crochet stitch on the left side. Correspondingly, crochet 4 double crochets. After completing, connect with 5 chain stitches. For the rest of this round, every time you encounter a double crochet in each stitch, respectively, make 1 double crochet. After finishing, connect with 5 chain stitches again. Follow this pattern. Complete this round. After finishing, do the same as the endings of the previous 2 rounds. Above the beginning chain, pick up 2 threads and slip stitch to join, then pull tight. This way, we have completed the third round. Continue with the fourth round. Refer to the pattern. Start with 2 chain stitches. Next, on the adjacent stitch on the left side, work an incomplete double crochet. Yarn over once. Insert the hook into the stitch, and draw the yarn through. Yarn over, and pull the yarn through the first 2 loops on your hook. That's an incomplete double crochet. Continue on the adjacent stitch on the left side. Work an incomplete double crochet. Yarn over once. Insert the hook into the stitch, and draw the yarn through. Yarn over, and pull the yarn through the first 2 loops on your hook. Another incomplete double crochet is done. Repeat this process on the next 2 stitches on the left side, working 1 incomplete double crochet in each stitch. Once completed, yarn over, and pull the yarn through all loops at once. This is equivalent to working a special 5 double crochets decreased into 1 stitch, or DC5 tog for short. This is the corresponding stitch. Move on to chain 3 for the connection. After finishing, locate the middle stitch of the 5 chains on the left side. That is the third chain. Pick up the 2 strands from the top of this chain. Work 1 double crochet first. Once done, chain 3. From the same insertion point, work another double crochet. Chain 3 again. And work 1 more double crochet. Once finished, then work 3 chains. Next, when you reach the continuous 5 double crochet positions, work a DC5 tog. That is, in each of these 5 stitches, work 1 incomplete double crochet, respectively. Then yarn over, and pull the yarn through all loops at once. The DC5 tog is now complete. Later, we'll simply call it 5 DC5 tog. Work 3 chains. For the rest of this round, every time you come across a stitch like this, between 5 chains, in the middle stitch, pick up the 2 top strands, and work 3 double crochets. In between, connect with 3 chains. After completing, every time you encounter 5 continuous double crochets, start by working 3 chains. Then crochet 1 DC5 tog. And then work 3 chains. Everyone follow this pattern, and finish this round. After finishing, in the first stitch, join with a slip stitch and pull tight. Finally, you need to fasten off the yarn. Work 1 chain to secure, stretch the loop, leave a 5-10 cm tail, cut off. Pull tight. This is equivalent to making a knot to secure it. You can hide the yarn tail later. Like this, the first motif of the first round is completed. It's a hexagon-shaped motif. Continue with the second motif. First, everyone refers to the first 3 rounds of the first motif. Complete the first 3 rounds of the second motif. Here, I've already crocheted it. After completing it, I'll demonstrate the 4th round. When crocheting this round, you need to crochet while joining together with one side of the first motif. First, normally complete the 5th side. That is, after crocheting the 5th cluster. Then crochet 3 chain stitches, 1 double crochet stitch, 3 chain stitches and 1 double crochet stitch. After completing it, stretch the loop. Take out the first motif. Place the 2 motifs with their wrong sides facing each other. Align the edges of each side. Insert the hook from the right side into the first motif, at this middle double crochet stitch. Draw the loop through. Then work 1 chain stitch. This way, you've connected once. Now crochet 2 more chain stitches at the same insertion point here, and then 1 more double crochet stitch. 3 chain stitches. Then crochet 1 cluster of 5 stitches here. After completing it, connect it again. That is, stretch the loop. And insert the hook from the first motif through the stitch of this cluster. Draw the loop through. Then work 3 chain stitches. Continue with regular crocheting. When you finish the second double crochet here, connect it to the middle double crochet stitch. That is, insert the hook into the stitch and draw the loop through. Then continue regularly to complete this round. Finally, join with a slip stitch as well. And fasten off normally. That is, make 1 chain stitch to secure, stretch the loop, leave a tail of 5-10 centimeters. Then cut the yarn. Pull tight. This way, the second motif is crocheted and joined together. Next, for this round of motifs, except for the last one, the joining method for all other motifs in between will be identical to that of the second motif. That is, first crochet the first 3 rounds as usual, and the 5th side of the 4th round. After crocheting, connect it with the previous motifs. Corresponding side. In other words, the opposite side right here. Here, I've already crocheted the 5th side. Place the 2 motifs with their wrong sides facing each other. and join them with the double crochets in between these two corners, as well as this cluster stitch. Connect them respectively. After connecting, continue crocheting the rest of the round as usual. At the end, join with a slip stitch, and fasten off the yarn. This way, another motif is connected. You can also, based on your preference, connect any one side of this motif to the piece here. That is, every time you need to join the side opposite to this one. Next, everyone can refer to the demonstration of these two motifs, and keep connecting until the second to last motif of the round. After connecting, I will demonstrate again the joining method for the last motif. First, crochet the first 3 rounds of the motif as usual. After crocheting, start crocheting and joining the 4th round simultaneously. For this motif, you need to join 2 opposite sides. With these 2 motifs respectively. You can finish crocheting the second side normally first. Here, I have already finished it. The third side needs to be joined with this side of the first motif. After completing the join, continue crocheting the next 2 sides normally. Connect the 6th side with the edge of the second to last motif, and complete the remaining part. This way, the last motif is connected. That concludes the first round of motifs. Continue to connect the second round of motifs on one side. Start with the first one. Crochet the first 3 rounds normally, as well as the second side of the 4th round. Then, as you crochet, also connect the 2 adjacent motifs from the first round by joining these 2 sides together. Pay attention. At the joining point here, you can insert your hook into the same insertion position. To make the connection, if you can't find the exact spot, just pick up a few strands of yarn around the joining area. Continue to finish connecting this side. After connecting, just crochet the rest of this round as usual. This way, the first motif of the second round is connected. Continue to connect the second motif on the right side. For this motif, when crocheting the second, and third and fourth sides, connect them with these three respective sides. Each time you reach a connection point like this, you can insert your hook into the same insertion position. Proceed with the connection. After connecting these three sides, crochet the remaining part as usual to complete it. This way, the second motif is completed. Next, refer to how the second motif was connected, and continue connecting motifs on the right side. Keep going until you finish connecting the second to last motif. The sample swatch is now connected. For the last motif, you need to connect 4 sides like this. After connecting them, crochet the entire round as usual to complete it. This way, the second round of motifs is completed. If it's an adult size, you will need to connect a third round of motifs. The joining method is exactly the same as for the second round of motifs. Just refer to the previous demonstration. That's all up to this point. That concludes the body motifs. Next, you need to choose one side of the motif as the top. First, fill in the dents at the top. Then crochet the front pieces. Finally, crochet the edging along the edges. At the same time, crochet the straps. When crocheting the edging, make sure to add elastic cords under the arms and at the back. Below, please watch me demonstrate. Next, I will use this sample swatch to demonstrate the crocheting of the upper part. First, choose one side as the top. Roughly fill in these dents. First, have the right side of the entire piece facing you. Find any one motif. The DC5 tog stitch on the top left edge. Insert into this stitch. Pick up the new yarn. Similarly, for convenience in watching, use random colors of yarn. Join the yarn. Make a loose knot. Slightly tighten the small loop. Hook out the loop. Leave the tail end about 5-10 centimeters each time. The yarn is joined. Try not to pull the knot out. Next, work 3 chains. This counts as 1 double crochet, then hook 3 chain stitches for connection. After completing it, hook 1 cluster pattern or 1 TR tog stitch for short. First, on this double crochet stitch on the left side, hook 1 incomplete treble crochet, that is, yarn over twice. Insert the hook. Draw the yarn through. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through the first 2 loops. Continue to yarn over. Pull the yarn through the first 2 loops again. The incomplete treble crochet is done. Next, at the connection point, at this insertion position, hook 1 incomplete double treble crochet. Yarn over 3 times. Insert the hook. Draw the yarn through. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through the first 2 loops. Continue to yarn over. Pull the yarn through the first 2 loops again. Yarn over again. Pull the yarn through the first 2 loops. The incomplete double treble crochet is now complete. Continue on the adjacent double crochet stitch on the left side. Hook 1 incomplete treble crochet. Yarn over twice. Insert the hook. Draw the yarn through. Yarn over the hook again. Pull the yarn through the first 2 loops. Repeat this step 2 times. Two. After completion, yarn over, and draw through all the loops on the hook once. This way, 1 cluster pattern is completed or TR tog stitch for short. Then work 3 chain stitches. On the left cluster stitch, work 1 double crochet, and then 3 chain stitches. On the left double crochet stitch, work 1 half double crochet, yarn over once. Insert the hook, and draw the yarn through. Yarn over, and draw through all the loops on the hook once. One half double crochet is completed. There's also a V-shaped stitch corresponding to the upper right. Continue with 3 chain stitches. On the adjacent double crochet stitch on the left, work 1 single crochet. Insert the hook, and pull the yarn through. There are 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, and draw through both loops at once. 1 single crochet is completed. This is the corresponding stitch. Continue with 3 chain stitches. On the adjacent double crochet stitch on the left, work 1/2 double crochet, yarn over once. Insert the hook. And pull the yarn through. Yarn over. And draw through all loops at once. Another half double crochet is complete. Chain 3. On the left stitches together, work 1 double crochet. Chain 3. For the rest of this round, every time you reach a dent like this, work 1 cluster pattern. That is, in the stitch on the left. Work 1 incomplete treble crochet. Then at the joining insertion position, work 1 incomplete double treble crochet, that is, yarn over 3 times. Insert the hook. Draw the yarn through. Yarn over on after another. Pull the yarn through the first 2 loops on your hook. Repeat this 3 times. After it's done, continue working on the stitch on the left side, and work 1 incomplete treble crochet. Then yarn over again. Pull through all loops at once. That's another cluster pattern completed. After finishing each cluster pattern, you need to work on the middle stitch between these 2 edges by crocheting 1 double crochet. On the side stitches of these 3 double crochets, work 1/2 double crochet each. Crochet 1 single crochet on the middle stitch, chain 3 as a connection between them. When working the single crochet, insert the hook into the stitch, and draw the yarn through, yarn over, and draw through the 2 loops on hook. Next, continue following this pattern to complete the rest of the round. For the last stitch, after completing the half double crochet, chain 3. Then, work into the 3rd chain. Pick up 2 strands of yarn, and join with a slip stitch. Secure the yarn in place, stretch the loop. Pass the working yarn ball through the loop. Tighten it. This way, the dent on top is filled. Next, Start crocheting the first row of the left front piece. Pay attention, here it refers to the actual left and right when wearing, regardless of the size. First insert the hook into the adjacent stitch on the left side, in the cluster pattern stitch. Pull the yarn over and draw through. Adjust the tension a bit and gently straighten it out. Then make 4 chain stitches. This is equivalent to 1 treble crochet. Next, in the adjacent chain space on the left side, work 1 double crochet, 2 chains, and 2 double crochets. Once completed, make 3 chains. Then, skip 1 chain space. In the second chain space on the left side, work 2 double crochets. 2 chains and 2 double crochets. For convenience in explanation, we will refer to the 2 double crochets. 2 chains and 2 double crochets, worked in the same position as 1 shell stitch. You can see that, in this starting chain space, it is equivalent to working 1 incomplete shell stitch. Continue with 3 chains. Skip 1 chain space. Work 1 shell stitch, that is, work 2 double crochets. Two chains and 2 double crochets. Another shell stitch is done. Next, 2 chains. In the adjacent chain space on the left side, start with 1 double crochet. Then work 1 double crochet decrease, or DC2 tog for short. First, in the same insertion position as this double crochet, work 1 incomplete double crochet. Continue in the adjacent chain space on the left side, and work 1 more incomplete double crochet. Then yarn over. Pull the yarn through all loops at once. 1 double crochet decrease is completed. Next, at the insertion position of the second incomplete stitch, work 1 more double crochet. Then 2 chain stitches. Next, there are 2 cases for different sizes. I will explain them separately. If it's for the children's sizes, continue crocheting symmetrically on the other side. That is, on the left side. The first and the third. Crochet 1 shell stitch in each hole. In the 5th hole, crochet 1 incomplete shell stitch that's symmetrical to this one. That is, don't crochet the 4th double crochet. Between them, always chain 3 as a connection. Finally, on the stitches of this cluster pattern, work 1 treble crochet. If it's an adult size, next you need to work on the second. In the 4th and 6th holes, Work 1 shell stitch in each. Chain 3 for the connection between them. After completing, in the adjacent hole on the left side, crochet 1 double crochet. Skip 1 hole, and on the single crochet stitch on the left, work 1 treble crochet. That's it, the first row. Let's continue with the second row, regardless of the size. For the remaining rows, the stitch pattern is identical. This row is crocheted on the wrong side. Refer to the chart from left to right. Start with 4 chain stitches. Rotate the fabric counterclockwise. Flip to the back side. Pay attention, when viewing from the wrong side of a row, the stitch corresponds to the V-shaped loop on the top left. In this pattern space, work 1 incomplete shell stitch. Here, you start by crocheting 1 less double crochet. Then in the spaces between the 2 shell stitches on the left, work 1 shell stitch in each space, with 3 chain stitches in between. Once completed, on the stitch where there is a double crochet decrease in the middle, work 1 double crochet. Then crochet symmetrically on this side. That is to say, on these 2 shell stitches, work 1 shell stitch in each space. And on the incomplete shell stitch at the edge, work 1 more incomplete shell stitch symmetrically. Which means you finish with 1 less double crochet. Between the shell stitches, connect with 3 chain stitches. After completing, on the edge starting chain, which is the adjacent chain to the left of this stitch, pick up 2 loops and work 1 treble crochet. This way, the second row is done. Continue with the third row. Work this row on the right side. Following the chart from right to left, when crocheting back and forth, always start reading the chart from the side of the starting chain. First, make 4 chains. Turn your work. Begin with 1 incomplete shell stitch. That is, identical to below. 3 chain stitches. On the left shell stitch, work 1 shell stitch. 3 chain stitches. On the left shell stitch, work 1 incomplete shell stitch, that is, leave the 4th double crochet unworked. After completing it, in these 2 chain spaces, work 1 double crochet decrease, that is, first work 1 incomplete double crochet each. Then yarn over, and pull the yarn through all loops at once. That completes the double crochet decrease. Next, crochet symmetrically on this side. Finally, also on the turning chain, work 1 treble crochet. That way, row 3 is complete. Continue with the remaining rows of the left front panel. The sample swatch has been crocheted already, except for the last row, at the beginning of each row after completing the turning chain. You need to work 1 incomplete shell stitch. There needs to be a decrease in the middle. At the ending, crochet 1 more incomplete shell stitch, then work the last treble crochet. At the beginning of the last row, start directly with 3 chain stitches. In the middle, work 1 double crochet decrease. At the ending, crochet 1 double crochet. Finally, fasten off normally. That way, the left front panel is complete. Continue with the right front panel. Start with the first row. First, in the first row of the left front panel, join yarn at the insertion point of the last stitch, if it's for children's sizes. You should join yarn at a cluster pattern stitch like this. For adult sizes, join yarn at a single crochet stitch like this. Then, overall, crochet symmetrically to the left front panel. Refer specifically to the pattern chart. After completing the first row, continue normally while following the chart, and finish crocheting the remaining rows. Then fasten off the yarn. That's it. We've covered the right front panel. Next, we'll add the edging. The edging consists of 2 rounds. For the first round, except for the position of the front panels, when crocheting the rest of the positions, you need to add an elastic cord. For the second round, when you crochet to the top of the front panel, you need to create the strap. I'll continue demonstrating with this sample swatch. Let's start with the first round. First, make sure the right side is facing you. Locate the right front panel. At the edge, find this insertion point. On the left side of this insertion point, insert the hook into the adjacent double crochet stitch, and join the yarn there. After completing, work 1 chain as the starting chain for the single crochet. The starting chain for single crochet doesn't count as 1 stitch. Next, crochet 1 single crochet at the joining spot. First, insert the hook. Then take out the elastic cord. Leave about 10 centimeters at the beginning and fold it over. Place the elastic cord above the crochet hook. And wrap it into the stitches as you crochet. At the same time, weave in the starting yarn tail. Pay attention, here you only need to reserve a loop of about 1 centimeter. When crocheting, prevent the loop of the elastic cord from slipping off. After completing, in the chain space on the left side, crochet 3 single crochets. Wrapping in the elastic cord and yarn tail at the same time. After finishing, on the half double crochet stitch on the left side, crochet 1 single crochet. Always wrap the elastic cord as you crochet. Next, every time, in these kinds of chain spaces, crochet 3 single crochets respectively. Each time you encounter a single crochet, for half double crochets or cluster patterns, you need to crochet 1 single crochet in each stitch. When crocheting, you can adjust the tension of the elastic cord according to your needs. Following this pattern, keep crocheting all the way down. To the stitch insertion point on the left chest piece. The chain space adjacent to the right. Pay attention, when you're a short length away from this chain space. Cut the elastic leaving about 10 centimeters. Then fold it over, leaving this section. And wrap it in at the same time. On this beginning chain stitch, you also need to crochet 1 single crochet. When crocheting this hole, You also need to wrap the carrying yarn in as you crochet. After crocheting 2 single crochets, for the last single crochet, insert your hook into the loop of the elastic rope, and crochet around this loop. Once finished, take the excess part and pull it tight like this. You can use the crochet hook to hide the excess part, or you can cut it off directly. After completing, when you reach the position of the left chest piece, in the gap of the beginning chain of the first row, crochet 4 single crochets. Then, in the gap between the treble crochets on the edge of the second row, crochet 4 single crochets. Continue along the edge gaps of each row, crocheting 4 single crochets in each gap. Keep going all the way until the second to last row. After completing, crochet 3 single crochets on the edge of the last row. Then, in the middle at the double crochet decrease stitch, crochet 1 single crochet. After completing, crochet single crochets symmetrically on this side. If you encounter a yarn tail, hide it while crocheting. After completing, when you reach the position of the right chest piece, the crocheting pattern is the same as for the left chest piece, that is, except for the last row. At all other positions on the edges, crochet 4 single crochets. In the last row, crochet 3 single crochets on each side. On the middle double crochet decrease stitch, crochet 1 single crochet. After completing, in this hole on the left side, crochet 3 single crochets. When making the first single crochet, insert it into the loop of this elastic cord. When crocheting the last 2 single crochets, wrap 2 elastic cords at the same time. After completing, on the first single crochet stitch, join with a slip stitch without cutting the yarn. This way, the first round is completed. Continue to crochet the second round. Refer to the pattern. Start with 3 chain stitches. Then crochet 1 bobble stitch with 2 double crochets. Hereafter, it's abbreviated as DC2 bobble stitch. That is, first in the same insertion point, where you just slip stitched, the same entry position, crochet 2 incomplete double crochets. Then, yarn over, and pull the yarn through all loops at once. The DC2 bobble stitch is done. Next, skip 3 single crochets. On the 4th single crochet on the left side, pick up a stitch and make 1 slip stitch. Then, chain 3. In the same insertion point, where you slip stitched, crochet 1 DC2 bobble stitch. That is, first crochet 2 incomplete double crochets, then yarn over, and pull through all loops at once. For convenient explanation, we'll consider one slip stitch as the 3 chains and 1 DC2 bobble stitch are called a cluster. For the next section, every 3 stitches, you will crochet 1 cluster, that is, skip 3 stitches. Make 1 slip stitch first. Then chain 3. And crochet 1 DC2 bobble stitch. Another cluster is completed. Following this pattern, continue crocheting all the way down. On the right side of the left front panel, after completing it, if the remaining number of stitches here differs from the chart, at the end, you can adjust the number of stitches skipped appropriately, to ensure that after completion, the edge is roughly flat. That concludes this section of the left front panel. Continue crocheting 1 cluster every 3 skipped stitches. After completing the last cluster, crochet 1 cluster on the top single crochet stitch. Once done, start crocheting the strap. Begin with 3 chain stitches. Then underneath the bobble stitch, pick up a few threads at the top, crochet 1 DC2 bobble stitch. After finishing, continue with 3 chain stitches. Then on the top of the bobble stitch below, crochet 1 DC2 bobble stitch. Everyone can continue crocheting using this method. Keep going until you complete the required length. The sample is shorter. The focus is on explaining the technique. Once done, fold it over. At the insertion point of the second to last bobble stitch, make 1 slip stitch. Then work 3 chain stitches. In the same position, crochet 1 DC2 bobble stitch. Continue at these insertion points, crocheting clusters 1 by 1. Keep going until you finish the position of the last single crochet on top. After completing it, skip 2 stitches first and then make a cluster. Then continue to skip 3 stitches and crochet a cluster as usual. Keep going until the end. The second row's edge. After finishing, skip 2 stitches and crochet a cluster. Repeat this 3 times. Once completed, continue skipping 3 stitches and crocheting clusters normally. For the top part and the strap, follow this crochet method. Everything is identical to the left chest piece here. For the remaining part, keep skipping 3 stitches and crocheting clusters all the way. Follow this method, and complete this round. After finishing the last cluster, slip stitch into the first single crochet stitch of the first round. Then fasten off the yarn. This way, the upper part is now finished. Next up, on the other side of the motif, you need to fill in the dent first, then work on the hem. For convenience in explaining, I've divided the hem into section 1 and section 2. Now, please watch me demonstrate. Here, I'll use this sample swatch to demonstrate the lower part. Start by crocheting around to fill in the dent. Likewise, with the right side facing you, join the yarn at any insertion point, where you connect the pieces. Then crochet 8 chain stitches in a row. Next, on this stitch to the left from above, make 1 treble crochet, that is, start with an incomplete treble crochet. Finally, yarn over, and pull through all loops at once. Treble crochet completed. Continue with 3 chain stitches. Then on the 2 stitches on the left, work 1 double crochet and 1 half double crochet respectively. On the top stitch, work 1 single crochet. For this side, maintain symmetry with the previous side. Between them, chain 3 stitches. Continue all the way down this edge, to this double crochet stitch position. After completing, at this joining insertion point, work 1 double treble crochet. Start with an incomplete double treble crochet. then yarn over, and pull through all loops at once. Then chain 3. For the rest of this round, at each similar joining point, work 1 double treble crochet. The crocheting pattern on the stitches is identical to the one here. In between, chain 3 for the connection. Everyone follow this pattern to complete this round. After finishing, join with a slip stitch on the 5th chain. Don't cut the yarn. Like this, the dent on one side is roughly evened out. Move on to the first round of section 1. Start with 1 beginning chain. Then, in the same insertion point as the slip stitch, crochet 1 single crochet. Next, except for the chain spaces on either side of the single crochet, in each hole, crochet 3 single crochets. In the chain spaces on both sides of the single crochet, crochet 2 single crochets. When you encounter a stitch, you need to crochet 1 single crochet in each stitch. Everyone follow this pattern to complete this round. After finishing, join with a slip stitch to the first stitch without cutting the yarn. That's it. The first round is completed. Continue to crochet the second round. Start by making 3 chain stitches. Then in the same insertion point, work 1 double crochet. Then make 1 chain stitch. Skip 3 stitches below, and from the 4th stitch on the left side, correspondingly make 5 double crochets. After completing, make 2 chain stitches. Skip 2 stitches below, correspondingly make 3 double crochets. Make 3 chain stitches. Skip 3 stitches, work 3 double crochets. Make 2 chain stitches, skip 2 stitches, correspondingly make 5 double crochets. After completing, make 1 chain stitch, skip 3 stitches. On the 4th stitch from the left, work 2 double crochets at the same time. 1 chain stitch and 2 double crochets. For convenience in explaining, not counting the beginning standing stitch and double crochet, consider the completed section as one cluster. Continue with the second cluster. Start with 1 chain stitch, skip 3 stitches below, correspondingly work 5 double crochets. 2 chain stitches, skip 2 stitches, work 3 double crochets. Three chain stitches, skip 3 stitches, work 3 double crochets. Two chain stitches, skip 2 stitches, work 5 double crochets. One chain stitch, skip 3 stitches, in the same stitch, work 2 double crochets at the same time. One chain stitch and 2 double crochets. The second group is completed. Next, everyone follows this pattern and continues crocheting. Keep going all the way until the stitches before the last group. After completing the last group with 5 double crochets, work 1 chain stitch. Then, at the starting insertion point, work 2 more double crochets. Finally, above the turning chain, pick up 2 threads, and work 1 single crochet. That's it, and that concludes the second round. Now, continue to the third round. Start by making 3 chain stitches, then, in this chain space, work 1 double crochet. After completing it, every time you reach a group like this, start by working 2 chain stitches. Then, on the middle 3 stitches of these 5 stitches, work 1 double crochet on each stitch. Follow with 2 chain stitches. Next, on the 3 stitches on the left side, work 1 double crochet increase. 1 double crochet, and 1 double crochet increase. After completing them, work 1 chain stitch. Next, in the middle stitch of these 3 chain stitches, pick up the top 2 threads, and work 1 double crochet. 1 chain stitch. Then crochet symmetrically as the front part. After crocheting these 3 double crochets here, work 2 chain stitches. Then, in this middle space, crochet with the same stitch pattern as below. That is, work 2 double crochets at the same time. 1 chain stitch, and 2 double crochets. This way, a complete cluster position is finished. Next, refer to the previous demonstration, and continue crocheting this round all the way down. Pay attention. At the end, in this hole, crochet 2 double crochets. Then on the turning chain, work 1 single crochet to connect. This way, we have finished the 3rd round. Continue with the 4th round, at the beginning of each round after section 1. It's identical to the 3rd round. That is, make 3 chains. Then work 1 double crochet in this hole. When you reach the position of a cluster, chain 2 first. Then underneath. In the middle stitch of these 3 stitches, work 1 double crochet, chain 2. Then on the left stitch, work 1 double crochet increase. Three double crochets. And 1 more double crochet increase. After completing that, chain 2 again. Next, on this double crochet stitch, work 1 DC3 in 1. That is, work 3 double crochets in the same stitch, just crochet 3 double crochets in 1 stitch. After finishing, crochet symmetrically on this side. After completing the double crochet and chaining 2, in the chain space below, crochet the identical stitch pattern. This way, you've completed 1 cluster position. Continue following this pattern, complete this round. Similarly, in the next section, the ending of each round is identical to the ending of round 3. This way, I've explained round 4. Continue to round 5. The sample swatch is already finished, for both sides of round 5. Work 1 double crochet on each of the middle 5 stitches. In round 4, work DC3 in 1 in the middle, and 1 double crochet on each side. Work 1 DC3 in 1 on each side. At both sides, always work 2 chains each time. For these 2 DC3 in 1 in the middle, work 3 chains between them. Work this pattern every time, identical to the stitches below. This way, I've explained round 5. For convenient explanation, we will treat rounds 3 to 5 as one sequence. That means each sequence has 3 rounds. Section 1 starts from round 3, and it's about working these sequences. Refer to the chart for the exact number of rounds. Pay attention, regardless of the size. In the last sequence of section 1, only work the first 2 rounds, meaning the final round is omitted. In the middle of this group, there is 1 DC3 in 1. Everyone follow this pattern, and continue to complete section 1. After finishing, don't cut the yarn. So, that concludes section 1. Continue with rounds 1 to 4 of section 2. The swatch has already been crocheted. The beginning and ending of the first round. It's the same as section 1. For round 2, start with 3 chain stitches. Then crochet 4 DC into the hole. In the middle, follow the chart for regular crocheting. At the end, crochet another 4 DC into this hole. And join with a slip stitch into the beginning chain. For rounds 3 and 4. After starting with 3 chain stitches, you also need to crochet the corresponding number of chain stitches. And at the end, on the 3rd chain stitch, join with a slip stitch. Additionally, for the DC in round 3, you crochet by picking up the 2 strands above the middle chain stitch. The rest are crocheted by picking up the stitches normally. For the SC in round 4, all of them are crocheted directly into the chain spaces. Next, everyone refer to the pattern and complete the first 4 rounds of section 2. After finishing, I will continue to demonstrate round 5 with this swatch. Refer to the chart. Start by making 1 slip stitch in the adjacent chain space on the left side. Bring the yarn to the chain space position, then make 2 chain stitches. Next, crochet 2 incomplete double crochets. Then yarn over, and pull through all loops at once. This is equivalent to crocheting a special bobble stitch with 3 double crochets. From now on, we'll call it the 3 needle bobble stitch. Next, make 3 chain stitches for connection. In the left chain space, crochet 1 3 needle bobble stitch. That means first making 3 incomplete double crochets. Then yarn over, and pull through all loops at once. Another 3 needle bobble stitch is done. Work 3 chains for connection. Continue in the next 2 chain spaces on the left side, and make 1 DC 3 bobble stitch in each space. Work 3 chains between them. After completing, directly in the adjacent chain space on the left, crochet 1 single crochet, then work 5 chains. In the next chain space on the left, make 1 single crochet, work 3 chains. In the middle stitch of these 3 stitches, crochet 1 double crochet. Work 3 chains. Continue in the next 2 chain spaces on the left, and make 1 single crochet in each space. Work 5 chains between them. After completing, in the spaces between such double crochets, make 1 DC 3 bobble stitch in each space. Work 3 chains and connect with a slip stitch. Refer to the previous demonstration. Continue crocheting all the way down this round. Finally, join with a slip stitch in this stitch. This way, we have finished the 5th round. Let's move on to the 6th round. Start by working 1 chain. Then, in the same insertion point as the slip stitch, make 1 single crochet. After completing, work a picket of 3 chains, also known as a picket stitch. From now on, we'll simply call it a picket. That is, start by crocheting 3 chains first. Then, on the single crochet below, pick up these 2 strands of yarn and make 1 slip stitch. This way, you've completed 1 picket stitch. Continue by crocheting 3 single crochets into the chain space on the left side. Then, in this stitch, work 1 single crochet. After completing that, make another picket stitch. That is, start by crocheting 3 chains first. Then underneath, pick up these 2 strands from the single crochet and make 1 slip stitch. Another picket stitch is done. For the rest of this round, every time you need to, crochet 3 single crochets into the large gaps between bobble stitches. On each bobble stitch, work 1 single crochet and make 1 picket stitch. Every time you reach a position with double crochets and single crochets, in the large holes on both sides, crochet 5 single crochets respectively. Pay attention. Do not crochet on the single crochet stitches near the bobble stitch. In the 2 smaller holes in the middle, crochet 3 single crochets respectively. On these 2 single crochets, work 1 single crochet each. On the middle double crochet, also work 1 single crochet. After finishing, make 1 picket stitch. Next, follow this pattern to complete the round. After finishing, join with a slip stitch in the first stitch. The stitch might not be very clear here. If you can't find it, just pick up 2 strands of yarn and slip stitch to connect. Finally, cut the yarn. After everything is completed, use the crochet hook to hide each yarn tail on the wrong side. You can also hide all the yarn tails together. Just hide the rest of the tails using the same method. When wearing it, the straps can be tied in the holes at the back based on your preference and needs. Simply tie them in the holes. Up to this point, this little tank top has been fully explained. If you have any questions during the process, don't hesitate to reach us via our website. Susan's Family, supporting your handwork experience, sharing the joy of life. Thanks for watching. See you in the next episode.